Yeah, that's right. What's good, y'all? Soul here, and welcome back to my story mode. So, as per usual, you have seen the title and you have seen the thumbnail. It is absolutely no mystery that we're going to be talking a little bit about Kid Icarus Uprising today, which, you know, in hindsight might seem kind of random. We just had a Nintendo Direct last week, and by the time you guys are seeing this, we've only talked about 2 of the games in that Direct, right? And, you know, I think that's okay for now. We've definitely got plenty of time before a lot of these games come out to talk about all of them, right? We're gonna definitely try and get back on track when it comes to these conversations. However, I just wanted to bring up this fact here. You know, as the title suggests, I have still not given up any kind of hope when it comes to Kid Icarus Uprising, right? And I've been thinking about this for a long time, okay? And, you know, a couple of you guys, or a lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, that's foolish. Why would you keep holding out for a game that they obviously have not paid any attention to since the Switch's release, or even since, like, the end of the 3DS's life cycle or anything like that? They have completely ignored that game, and you should be ashamed for even thinking that it's coming back. I'll fight you, man. Fist to jaw, I swear to God. Bars. Anyway, moving on. They made one thing abundantly clear, and that's that they were not going to talk too much about the Switch 2 during this Direct, or, you know, frankly, not technically at all did they talk about it. However, they did obviously show off Metroid Prime 2, and that, if I'm remembering correctly, in that trailer, it said that it's coming to Nintendo Switch consoles, plural, meaning that it's most likely going to also be a Switch 2 title as well as a regular Nintendo Switch title, right? So, you know, obviously, you know, they're really ramping up, they're gearing up for the Nintendo Switch 2 or the Switch successor, whatever, that's going to be coming to us next year. And I can't help but think about the fact that there's really no reason to give up on anything that we've been hoping for. And I know this is definitely me just coping a little bit, but hear me out. There's a couple of reasons as to why my mind has went in this direction, right? The first and most obvious reason is because they literally reported Donkey Kong Country Returns again. 2 ports for that game? Unnecessary. That is something that they easily could have ported ages ago. That game was legendary during its run on the Wii, and it was perfectly fine to my knowledge. I didn't play Donkey Kong Country Returns, but it was good enough to port over to the 3DS, and good enough to take the 3DS port, the, I guess technically like upscale 3DS port, and port that version into an HD version on the Switch, which is coming to us very early in January, right? And I'm thinking to myself like, okay, well, obviously, you know, Donkey Kong, you know, Mario, you know, it's within the Mario universe. Donkey Kong is a very beloved character, definitely a lot more popular than Kid Icarus by a mile. There's really no arguing that. Fine. However, when you think about it, the fact that they're willing to port that game a second time, even though that's not particularly what the masses were asking for, they were more so hoping for a new DK game, but, you know, we get what we get and we can only get so upset, right? So I'm sitting here thinking, wow, if they're really willing to port DK, Country Returns again, another successful 3DS title, you know, or I guess technically a Wii title, I feel like there's still hope for other games, you know? I have seen time and time again plenty of games and situations that I never thought would get, you know, the time of day ever again, only for them to bring it back full force, right? Nintendo, I said this in my previous video, Nintendo, when they decide to lock in, it proves to me that they're paying very close attention, right? Because I look at games, especially within now the Mario RPGs. This is kind of my second, you know, my second thing here, but the Mario RPGs, all 3 of them are back. We were all very loud about all of those RPGs for years. Now all 3 of them are back and primed and ready, man. They didn't do that just because. We have been asking for Super Mario RPG to make a return since it debuted frickin' decades ago. Only this most recent year did we finally see it come back. Same with Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. We've been waiting for a return to form forever, and so they decided, you know what, let's give them what they want, starting with a rebuild from the ground up of The Thousand Year Door. Remade assets, everything. Great. And Mario and Luigi is finally back. We thought that with the death of Alpha Dream, we were not going to see that series return, and now it's back. I'm sorry, but you know, say what you will. And again, I completely understand I'm reaching for the stars here, because these are obviously much, you know, bigger, more successful, more beloved series within the Nintendo space. So I get it, right? However, it's just one of those things where they're gonna do what they want. Nintendo listens, they pay attention, and they do what they want, right? And by no means did Kid Icarus sell any kind of bad. So it's, you know, it's just dawning on me that there's no way that they're ignoring us. There has been enough uproar and praying for games like Kid Icarus to come back, and I can't imagine that they're ignoring something like that, especially when they're giving us games that we've been asking for years, and we're finally just getting them at the end of the Switch's life cycle. It's very possible that they might have a situation for Kid Icarus that works a lot better for the Switch too, right? That's my main thing, right? Now, here is my primary reason, and this one, maybe I'm just delusional, right? Maybe I'm just absolutely insane, right? But we got to think about this for a second, right? Let's just sit down and think about it. Lock in. Have you noticed that in that Nintendo Direct, we didn't see high nor hair of anything, not a single thing from Sakurai? Nothing? Sora Unlimited has been quiet for some time now. We haven't seen too much. What's going on? The last thing that we've seen, I don't even know if they were responsible for the port work for Return to Dreamland Deluxe, right? So I'm sitting here thinking, I know y'all didn't cut Sakurai off. Papa Sakurai, one of your big money makers? Where is he at? And for those of you that are unfamiliar, Sakurai, the developer of Smash, the developer of Kirby, owner of Sora Unlimited, is the creator of Kid Icarus. That is one of his 3 babies, right? It's always been Smash, it's always been Kirby, and it's always been Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus is definitely, you know, the oldest, more ignored child. Or I guess no, I don't know. But I guess actually like the middle child, if anything. That's funny. But either way, there has been no high or hair of Sakurai in that Direct. And so therefore, obviously, you know, no Smash. We don't know if we're ever going to see another Smash. Or if we do, it's not going to be anytime soon. Which, you know, fine. I respect that. No worries. But no Kirby either? It's very strange, right? But that gets me thinking, man. I think he's got the company grinding a little bit in the background. He's got both of his teams working on that new Kirby. You know, it's been a couple of years since Forgotten Land. I think it's about time for something new. It's been almost 3 years. I know that they've been cooking up. But a new Kid Icarus game for the Switch too, to really test the limits, to really push that console to its limits. I think we might be in for something of a surprise there, because if there was any game that really made full utilization of the 3DS in the best possible way, it was absolutely Kid Icarus. That was just the ultimate test for the 3DS to see what that system was capable of. And I know that Sora Unlimited, Sakurai, they're capable of making incredible games. So if anything, I don't even know, right? I'm beside myself, because I'm not sure if we're more likely to see the actual Kid Icarus Uprising HD port, or if we're more likely to see some kind of a sequel. Maybe my hopes are way too high. Maybe I'm reaching for the stars, and not in the good way like Sonic Colors told me to. But I can't help but imagine they have been grinding, just absolutely cooking in the background with a new Kid Icarus. Whether it be a port, whether it be a sequel, I don't care. That game did not do bad by any means, and I know they got something for it. So therefore, I refuse to give up hope, right? I gave up hope for plenty of games in my lifetime, stuff inside and outside of Nintendo. Mario & Luigi was a prime example. Boom, we got it again. I think the strongest example for me was Neo: The World Ends With You. Never in my life did I ever even think I was going to see The World Ends With You on anything other than the DS, and they were never going to pay attention to that again, only to get a full-ass sequel like almost 2 full decades later. Great. Awesome. People pay attention, man, especially when it's a passion project. And Sakurai doesn't do anything unless he's passionate about it. At least that's the idea he gives me, you know? He does stuff that he cares about, and he puts his all into it, or at least as much as he can. Smash is a debatable topic. We'll talk about that some other time. But for the most part, you get what I'm getting at. This is a man that will do whatever he can to make his babies flourish. And, you know, Nintendo isn't like a crunch company like a lot of these other general you know, developers and stuff like that in the game space, you know? Nintendo takes a lot better care of their employees, right? And so Sakurai, you know, sometimes they push him to his limits, but they let him cook. And I have no doubt in my mind that if we are in for a Kid Icarus Uprising HD port or a sequel to Kid Icarus Uprising, we're in for something seriously special on the Switch 2. I cannot wait to see what they've been doing in the background all this time. I really do think that, okay? And if you think that I'm insane, you think that I'm crazy, you don't want to believe the word that I say, I don't blame you. I totally get it. This is a crazy thing to talk about a week after the Direct, that I'm not giving up hope. That's insane. But we still have a whole nother console coming to us, and we've probably got just so many things to look forward to. Probably a new 3D Mario, probably for sure another new Kirby, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully a new DK, you know? I know this Metroid Prime 4 is going to be one of the top dogs on there. I know Pokemon Legends ZA is going to go absolutely insane no matter how badly, you know, we want Pokemon to do better. It's probably going to go crazy regardless, okay? We have a lot to look forward to, and I really do believe that it's too early to give up hope for something like Kid Icarus Uprising HD, because, you know, we don't even know how the Switch 2 operates yet. There could be a situation in which it makes sense to have a dual screen, you know, thing so that we could have the Kid Icarus Uprising HD port work comfortably on there. We don't know. We don't know anything, but I'm not going to give up hope, because I know Sakurai's not going to just drop Kid Icarus. That would be absolutely insane on his part. There's no way that he's going to do that, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. So that just about does it for this one. I definitely, really, truly do hope that Kid Icarus has something in the works. I really, really do. And I've been so tempted to rebuy. I'm such a dummy, bro. I wish I wasn't a dumb kid with, you know, just access to all these games to trade in and stuff like that. I wish somebody told me, like, man, keep your games, bro. Because now I had a physical copy of Kid Icarus, bro. Oh, I want to shoot myself every day for that. But regardless, it is what it is. Hopefully we see it soon. But that's enough from me. I'm passing the mic to you guys, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you think that I'm onto something? Do you kind of see what the point I'm getting? You see the point that I'm going towards? You could see a possibility or a future where we actually do get a Kid Icarus Uprising HD port, or possibly a sequel to it for the Switch 2, or I'm absolutely insane. I'm talking out of my ass. They're not cooking anything for Kid Icarus, and we're never going to see it again. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!